Skullfish. Hello, good evening, welcome. It is once again Thursday. It's come around very quickly this week. I think that's because I've been back at work, so things are sort of starting to mesh back together, back to some vague sense of normality, but we're not there yet, but we're getting there. So hello and welcome to another evening with. This is not the end of the month, so it's an evening with the gang. So I think next week next week's going to be the last one of the month. So next week we'll be throwing open the doors wide to the world. Any and everyone that wants to come along and join in next week is welcome to. I'll put the links up everywhere next week. But tonight is just the gang. So if you are one of my gross gang, or indeed one of my many patrons now, you're welcome to come along and join in. You've got the links. They've gone live in various places. If you can find them, you can use them. That's the way it works. If you can't find one, then you're probably not entitled to use it. But someone who has found one, once again, welcome, of course, to Nat, the Dexterous Crafter. Oh, she's got something in her mouth. That's that for timing. I didn't notice, but welcome. Once again, we've got a third. A third has joined in just at the right time. We have the Raging Modeler.
Oh, hey, Adam.
Hello, hello.
There we go. Right. So we have a trio. So that's always nice. Three's a good number. Four's better because it balances the picture better. But three's good. Three gives us the Charlie's Angels sort of vibe. So we can go like that. Oh, and speak of the devil, we have a fourth. There we go. We've got four. So we're not Charlie's Angels anymore. I think we're more the Brady Bunch or something like that, isn't it now? So.
And not scoffing his face.
So hello and welcome. In the order in which you've arrived, I'll introduce you, and you can do a little bit of talking on your own. We have the Dexterous Crafter has joined us.
Hi.
Here we go. There we go. This is your 15 minutes of fame. It doesn't have to be 15 minutes.
No, probably won't be 15 minutes either.
But yes, if anybody hasn't seen you and experienced your work, then tell us all about yourself.
You're back.
I'm sort of the abnormal one of the bunch, really, if you haven't seen me before, because I don't really do a lot of modelling, so to speak. Excuse me. Although I do dabble in the war hamster models. I'm mainly known for my crafty work, so cross stitch, anything of that sort, anything with needles. Although the diamond art is becoming my new favourite, I have to admit.
Yeah, I know someone that's become quite favourite too as well. So yeah.
Oh, it's a good hobby, Chris. Get you into it next.
Right, and we shall move on down. Next up, we have the Raging Modeler.
Hello.
Oh, I like the t-shirt. It's a good colour as well. I like that.
Good evening, Deviants.
Cool. Right, again, tell us all about yourself and indeed your newish YouTube channel.
Yes, I'm the Raging Model. My name's Adam, and I paint things. I paint fantasy miniatures, D&D stuff, primarily. But I'm going to be doing some models, some regular sci-fi horror models and stuff like that. I do have some in the mail. Somewhere. Where, I don't know. It's been nearly 2 months and they're just gone.
Somewhere, yeah.
So there's somewhere I still think they will turn up because obviously there are 2 model kits in a box, so they will turn up eventually. But I paint stuff like this, which I've been working on, which we'll see close up shortly. Ooh, yes, nearly done. I got a. You know when you say I'll just do this, I'll just put this coat on, or I'll just get a quick dry brush, and then you've actually spent an hour and a half on it, and then you realise your cup of tea's gone cold. And it was one of them. Like, I'll just do this. Oh wait, what? But yeah,
what do you mean it's Thursday?
Yeah. But my channel doesn't do a lot of the painting tutorials and things like that at the moment. In the future, we hope to do this. But at the moment, it's just going to be a showcase every month of what I've gone through, what I've painted, and any little tips and techniques I've picked up, and anything I've messed up along the way. And like, actually, this still works. Like, so, for example, this dragon, it's got watermarks on it on the wings, so that's like but you can paint over that, and that's not an issue.
Absolutely. Right, thank you. And our final member tonight, well, say final, there might be more. We have the last sprue standing.
Hey, all. You always catch me when I'm in the middle of doing something else.
Well, you've been doing stuff. I thought you'd finished. By the way, you'd finished, but you haven't. I can come back to you later if you like.
As you can tell by the fact that I have never completely finished tidying up.
Well, I thought that was tidied up for you. That it's.
No, that was tidy the other day, and I've just messed it up again.
I don't believe you. It looked exactly like that last time you were here.
It was not. Trust me on that. I have moved stuff around to make it look like that.
So how's things? Is the last through standing actually up and running yet? I haven't noticed it.
No.
I thought I would have noticed
it's probably never going to be. So.
Okay, but it might.
It might, but it's unlikely due to the fact I'm lazy.
Oh well, if it does, let us know.
Yes, I will be.
Right. I'll come back to the four of us then. Let's have a look in the chat tonight. I've been through and introduced everybody during the intro thing because I can, so I did. But we have Cynical Steve has a question. He says, "Is it me or is white a really horrible colour to paint with? Three coats and still seeing primer." Yes, white and yellow and a little bit of red, but mainly white and yellow are really horrible. Yeah.
Really had an issue with yellow, but white, can be.
I found yellow to be quite forgiving at times, and red's not too bad, but white, yeah. Oh, white was the bane of my existence doing that D20 dice man.
Now, surprising, my first kit that I built in this sort of generation, if you like, I used to build kits as a little kid, but I'm not counting them. My model making career that I started 4-ish years ago, probably. The first thing I did was the Colonial Viper. Because I started when the Millennium Falcon D'Agostini part work started and thought, I can't just spend a fortune on this and not know what I'm doing. It's been too long since I've done a model. Let me pick up a model and build one. And I saw that and liked it. And then thinking, I don't know how to paint. I'll have a look on YouTube. There's bound to be something. I found this Guru bloke that had done a Viper. So I followed the tutorials he did on that. And it actually looked quite good. And that was brush painting Tamiya paints onto it, because Tamiya were the paints that I'd always used to use as a kid, so they're the ones that I gravitated to, and brush painting was what I'd always done, so that's what I gravitated to, so I was just brush painting that on, and that was white-ish, and it didn't look terrible, but it did take a lot of coats. But then obviously doing the Falcon, and then he started doing the Falcon, and then he stopped doing the Falcon, and we won't talk about any episodes beyond 6, because we won't worry about that, no. He's not watching, it's fine, he won't notice.
Fox does like to admit that. I'm
join your stream.
Sorry, Adam?
No, go on. I interrupted you. Sorry.
I'm still waiting for him to finish the perfect grade Zaku.
Same here.
Have you not done that yet?
No, he got to about like 90% done and then gave up.
I think it was something with ammo with Mig, wasn't there? There was something going on there because he was doing it for.
Oh right, yeah, there was a thing and something fell apart and I think someone died or something. But I don't know that's ever going to get any further on.
If Fox joins the stream tonight, I will be saying take some peanuts.
Cool.
I will be saying right, Fox, 5 peanuts, go.
I'm looking for them from Lewis that actually sold out now. It's like, damn.
I was howling. That came out, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing! This is everything I wanted it to be."
Yeah. Let's have a look. Swigging Pigs here saying evening all. Good evening. Shane Youngs is here saying good evening, Chris and everyone. Hope you're all fine. I'm fine. I'm always fine. If I wasn't fine, I'd still say I was fine because I'm that sort of guy. Yeah.
We're British. That's what we do.
Yeah. No point in putting all our worries onto you. Because you'd just be sitting here crying and drinking, and that's not fun. Let's have a look who else is here. Phil Lewis says, hi, Dad. Don't know, doesn't say hi to anyone else, but that's fine, that's all right. And it's all skipped now. Gone all over the place. There it goes.
Oh, there is that, isn't
it? Reading that. We have Skullfish here, but we knew Skullfish was here because I managed to find a Skullfish button before we even started. But I've got another one. Skullfish. Here we go. Steve says it's celebrity squares, only just squares. Then Adam says normal. Is that in relation to normal squares or?
That was in relation to
something else.
No, I said I'm probably the most normal. I was like,
normal. Yeah.
Abnormal.
Okay.
a bit more fitted,
I
actually.
thought it was celebrity squares. We're just like normal rectangles. It's a slightly budget show, yeah. Richard Copeland is here saying hello, everybody. Hello, Richard. I haven't encountered your name on our chat before, but welcome. Grab a chair, sit down, get ready to answer any questions that we may throw your way. The most famous one is bench and belly. So if you're a model maker or crafter or anything like that, creative, what are you currently doing at the moment? And what was your last meal? Not your last meal that you're never going to have another one. Not in the sort of death row type. But you know, what was the meal that you had most recently? I've got to learn to say that better.
Yeah.
You will find a way, Chris. You will find a way.
Who has a closet falling on them? Says Eric. I think that was Jerry tidying up.
Sorry.
He makes a lot of noise tidying up because he's not used to it, or he's too used to it. He does it so much that he doesn't notice that he makes noise when he does it. But Steve says he reckons it was Jerry being noisy. Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yes, it
I was
probably
just
was.
about to mute his microphone when he stopped. So,
I will mute myself.
I can mute you. It's fine. I don't know. Can I unmute you? Hang about. No, I can't unmute you. Can you unmute yourself now, though? Because I think I might have muted you over the top.
No.
I can mute, but then I think you can unmute.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can unmute.
We both have control over your mute button. That's nice to know.
That bodes well.
Skullfish could tell it was Jerry doing all the clattering. Yeah, so there we go. Everyone's shouting at you, Jerry. They're all saying, Jerry, stop doing it.
Yeah, sorry.
Mayhem says that Guru bloke, I wonder who he is. Nobody knows. Nobody's seen him for ages.
Yeah, I blame him for getting me back into the hobby as well.
Yep. Well, I think technically I got myself back into the hobby, but then he got me deeper into it than I ever intended to go.
Well, I was just, because I just got into, I've always been a fan of Battlestar, but I was like, I really fancy doing a Battlestar model kit. And I saw the videos like, I want to go get one. Couldn't get one. And then I found one, but I was unemployed. And then I finally got 2 kits on the way, and then there's someone lost in the mail. Never mind.
Yep. Steve says he's glad he had the peanuts after he opened the speeder. Yeah, because otherwise he'd be all... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Phil did say evening before that. I missed that. So, sorry, evening. Apologies. Ian Thompson's here saying, hi, how are we all doing? We're all doing lovely, thank you very much. Primetime Modelling is here. Hi, Philip. Mayhem says, the only thing funnier than the eating of the peanuts is when I got him to open and sniff the Tamiya Quickset Extra Thin. Oh, no, there's been funnier than that, trust me. I can't remember offhand, but there's definitely things that are amusing.
The wafer biscuits, Chris.
Oh, they were class. They were great. Well, the thing is, I spent like an hour when you were streaming and when I asked him about the peanuts. Like, I was looking for like the extra hot noodles and stuff like that. Like, you know, he's had them. It's like, right, I need to up the game. Caroline Reaper. It's like, okay, what can we see? I was like, I'm not being paid nearly 15 quid for a single crisp. Now, when I go back to work, however, we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I am.
I don't know about the crisps, but I don't like peanuts anyway, so I wouldn't have enjoyed opening that packet. But the chili, the extra hot noodles things wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. We did that in a group thing at some point, and we had Ted in there as well.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah,
doing all the extra hot noodle things. But it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be, which was sad. I did wonder if they did a Reaper chili fudge, because I think that might blow his brains off, because he'd have to eat them all. But but he could. But yeah.
Guess what I'm going to do after the stream?
Dave Barker is saying, what's all this going on then? He might not be here for very long because he used the wrong account, so he may get kicked out. It depends if Paul's paying attention.
I'm not just thinking Paul yet, I was just thinking that.
Dad says, leave Jerry alone, you bullies. It wasn't me, I was just reading out the comments.
I really don't.
He's crying inside, like, yeah.
Dave says Paul's not in, do a little happy dance. Paul might not be in, but there are other mods around that can take care of things. Don't you worry, Dave. Graham got back into the hobby after his brain injury, hopefully recovering nicely. The wafers were hilarious, says Eric. Yes, the durian wafers were quite good. They were even better when they got sent to me, and they were all right. I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, they calmed down after that because they've been open for a little while. But the
Well,
email,
I don't know. Paul still nearly died when he hit them, so I don't know.
the emails I got from him just after that he opened those was just funny, were just tremendously funny.
Skullfish says Dad's spider box was awesome. Yeah, that was from Kenneth in Australia, actually, which makes it better because it came from Australia. And you get a package from Australia and there's a spider in it. That just automatically makes you panic.
Oh, don't! If that had been my wife, someone would have literally died. I joke not. She made me run through today just because there was like a minute little muddy spider that she caught a glimpse of, and then I spent the next 3/4 of an hour trying to find it.
Oh no, you just have to tell them you found it. It works, trust me.
Or it doesn't.
You say, "Oh look, I found it. Do you want me to show you?" And they say, "No." So you just have to go away, and you got nothing.
But in all fairness, there was one the other day that was running around the desk, and that one put the bejesus up me. It was that big.
I don't like spiders. I mean, I don't run away screaming from them. But if I've got the choice to not go over and pet it, then I won't go over and pet it. But I won't have to run away. Now, admittedly, my wife has been very, very bad with spiders forever. But since she started playing Skyrim, the first time she saw that giant spider in Skyrim, she had to hide behind a cushion and try and fight it off with a controller blindfolded. Now she only has to hide behind one hand and she can hit them with axes and things. So I think she might be getting better. I think it might be some sort of therapy.
Well, I was in a girl once and she's like, Adam, I'm like, what is this? Like, there's a spider in the bath. I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? I'm terrified of the bloody things as well. Like, not a chance. So she's like, Adam, I was like, fine, got a glass and got a sheet of paper. Went to get it on and like whatnot. Thing jumped at me. It's like, I'm out. You're on your own. You're on your own. I'm out.
It's like a tag team thing, yeah.
No, I was like, you're on your own.
Dan says he's in the same situation as me. You got the Falcon part work, decided if I'm going to spend that much on a model, I should learn how to not mess it up. Yeah, that was exactly my way of thinking. And it just so happened that I was in Hobby Zone or something and saw their model section and saw the Viper and thought, the proper Viper, not the newfangled one that's not very nice, the proper old one. And thought, that's a nice kit. And then Googling that on YouTube, up came Fox, and it was love at first sight.
Excuse me while I walk out and gag.
Well, it was just watching the videos to begin with, and then it was about that time that he launched the Model Makers Boom Hut, which if you're not aware of, it's in the description of the video below. The Model Makers Boom Hut. It's a great place just to hang out and chat about modelling and things, and post up pictures. And it doesn't only have to be models. I mean, Nat's in there doing diamond art things, and anyone can join that does anything sort of. What's the term? Sort of arty, craft related. We got people in there that are puppet makers and glass blowers and very, very strange things. But if you're making something, then that's the place you want to hang out. You can go in and post stuff, read stuff, ask for help, ask for advice. People will be lovely. But he happened to be starting that, so I joined that. And then that was when he started looking for people to play Xbox with. And me and Paul, who I know in real life anyway, have been playing Xbox for years. And said, "Oh, we'll send him a message and get him to go with that." And that started the Team Inept thing. And then from there, it just sort of grew, and obviously we've become great friends over the years. And I've even met him a few times, so it can't be far, can't be bad. That's the nice thing is, I mean, meeting people online and chatting as we do here is great. But when the opportunity arises to actually meet in person, that just takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah.
So when there's things like Telford come along, assuming I don't think it's going to happen this year, or if it is, it's not going to be the same. I might not be going this year anyway, so because of all the global everything. So next year's Telford's going to be interesting because I know a few people are going to try and make it along to it from other countries and places as well. So we'll have to arrange some sort of gathering.
I really want to go to Telford, but it's like when you say about meeting people who you met online. I remember when I used to play World of Warcraft, I met loads of great dudes on there, great girls, and like playing it. Then one day I was like, "Hey, why don't you come visit?" I was like, "All right." So I went down to Milton Keynes for the weekend and stayed with a few friends down there. We all played it, and it was like, "This is fantastic."
Yep.
Yeah, no, I did something similar back in the day with World of Warcraft as well. I met a few friends that way.
Yeah, World of Warcraft just brings people together, but I don't play it anymore because it's like, no.
You lose too much time in that game.
Yeah, especially when you're a raiding guild. And I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Shane says that's why you have bruises, Chris, because of the spiders. Look, I've got, it's still there. Look, actual physical wounds.
Right, you probably earned it and deserved
Documented
it.
on the telly.
From a female's perspective, you probably earned that, Bruce.
I don't think she's watching. I think she's still playing Skyrim, but yeah. Eric says, why is Chris echoing? I don't think if I am, it's probably coming from Nat. Because everyone else is wearing headphones. So it might be that if I'm coming out of Nat's speakers, then it's also coming into Nat's mic and bouncing backwards a bit. But it should be everybody. It shouldn't just be me. It's probably just because I'm doing all the talking, because I do. But it's not terrible. We can live with it. It's fine. Ian says, I remember once catching a spider. It got away from me. It was so big I could hear it land on the carpet. Yeah, when you can hear a spider land, then that's time to not be friends with it anymore.
That's when you move house.
Yeah.
And burn the old house down and the entire town. Yeah. Right, there we go. Deliberately, Richard has put in difficult words. His last meal was a lamb moussaka with Dragon Alamein Sherman on the bench, probably.
Yeah.
Close.
Dragon Alamein Sherman.
It's not a dragon, is it? It's a tank.
Yeah, it's a Sherman made by Dragon. It's the Alamein version of the Sherman by Dragon.
Okay. Right. The Dragon, the manufacturer, not.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Gotcha. Dragon, the kit manufacturer, making a Sherman tank. I understand now. I do now want to see Cynical Steve, when you're watching, you'd have to kit bash a Dragon and a Sherman, because that would be awesome.
It'll just be a Sherman with wings.
Yeah, absolutely, that'd be great. Graham says the injury happened 20 years ago, but he's got a cheeky sew that can get him in trouble. I don't know what that means, but yes, cheeky is naturally obliged to be anywhere near me. That's fine. Yes. Right, that's that. That's all the comments I've deleted. Good, and it's only 20 past, so that's fine. No, Steve says I could do that.
He's not joking either.
No, he's not joking. I would expect to see pictures of that next week.
Right, it'll be tomorrow. We'll just all wake up and be like, oh, he's been busy tonight.
Yeah, it'll be on there later. By the time we get round to doing the pictures of the gallery.
Yeah.
Talking about pictures of the gallery, I have a Facebook group, which I shall. Oh, look, I've got banners. I forgot I can use banners now, can't I? Look, where's me banner? There it is, that one. Facebook.com/groups/grossgroup. It's just a little friendly place where you can go and show off pictures of your current work in progress, finished works, anything you're proud of, anything you find amusing, basically. But be warned that any of the pictures in there are likely to get shown on this very show a bit later on. Anything in the last week I go through and look up and just put up and we look at. So if you do want to join the group, go along and join it. There's a couple of questions to answer to join, but not difficult general knowledge stuff. It's just like things saying, are you okay if I show you pictures on the telly? Because I don't think there's any legal obligation for anything, but I always like to make sure. So go along, join that, and show us your pictures of your stuff that you've been building or making or designing or painting, moulding. I don't know, if you built a house, then we can show a picture of that. If you've done any Lego or stickle bricks or anything, basically, yeah, we're equal opportunities picture showers. Any pictures you want us to show, we'll show. Let's see, is that a tank with scales, says Ian? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Going home and says, I once had a spider attack me that was big. I could hear each of its footsteps as it came across the floor.
It's when you hear it scuttle. I have a wooden floor in the front room, and I have actually heard things scuttle.
Is it like that, or is it louder than that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think we can do it without 8 fingers. I don't know. Yes, yeah. Dave says even rude ones, Chris. Yeah, Dave. So yeah,
There's always one.
yeah, I've just had the little buttons appear that said I could time you out, so I did. So yeah, but there we go. No, not rude pictures, by the way. Shane says, I told you to put your kicks back on when taking pictures of your models. Steve's already got his plans for his dragon tank. Says, just throw 2 tank tickets together, add wings, equals dragon. Simples. Why 2 tank kits? Why do you need 2 tank kits?
Don't forget, it's probably 2 tank kits that have been left over from another kit bash that he's got.
I'm sure, but I think he used all the turrets he's got on his Baneblade.
Who knows? Who knows? He's probably just got a box of stuff. It's like, oh, I can use that.
I think he's got rooms of stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to have to go into the turret basement.
Turrets, tracks, wheels, wings.
Oh dear. Ian says, a nude Chris? Maybe not. And then he says, no offence. No, I think it would be offence. I think it would cause offence if it was a nude. Yeah, we won't go there.
Moving on.
Ethel's off to do something constructive, like watching paint dry. You can watch paint dry. You can do that in the background while this is on here as well. But yeah. Oh, he says the small one's the head. Okay. I think I see that now. So you got body, tank head, dragon wings.
What of the tail?
Tail's going to have to be a tank. I don't know. Maybe the turret would point backwards and be the tail.
But I do hope it's a dragon with 4 legs and not a wyvern, which is bipedal.
It might
Are we
be.
back on this again?
He's been on it all week.
It really annoyed me.
It's all down to how many legs it's got, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Essentially, it's all different types of things, but just don't.
Don't set him up again. Don't.
No.
Steve says, I only have 2 rooms of things, and there's less in them than there was, because he's been busy lately.
We have noticed.
Okay. Eric says, watching paint dry will be more entertaining than this. Thank you very much, Eric. As if I'd make a wyvern, says Steve. Steve knows the difference. He's all right. He's fine. He's good. Right. Shall we have a look at the what's in gallery place thing store? I'll figure out how to do it. This is back on using the StreamYard streaming software. So I've just got to click buttons and do things, and then we pop over to the side over there. And the actual thing is still here. Yeah, there we go. Look. It's like that. I'll be looking over here because I've got to see it though. But let's have a look. I'll scroll back down and through. Anyone remember what we saw last week? We saw your thing. That was where we finished, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was mine, and that was one of the last things.
That was the 11th. I think it's this way to go to the next one because it's the last one instead of the 7th one. This is the 12th. This is Nat's Puddle Duck. Did we do that last week?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. We'll do it again anyway. So while Nat's here, she can tell us all about how she did Jemima Puddle Duck.
With great very difficulty. It was quite fun actually, but the square is part of the subscription I'm doing for the Hachette Peter Rabbit patchwork quilt. And I've never ever done quilting or embroidery before on this scale. So it's really, really tricky, but really enjoyable.
So it's like little sort of patches that are sewn onto the square.
Because it's like just put me. I don't know if you're seeing a little screen. It's like one.
Hang about. I shall see if I can press a button. And yes, I can. I can do that.
Yeah, that's Jemima. Peter. And that one.
It's the pink square monster. I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they all sew together to make one big. I think the quilt finished off. I think it's about 6 foot by 5 foot.
All right. Then you've got to stuff it with a quilt.
Yeah. I think there's about 50 something squares to be all attached and whatnot. So all the squares go together to make one big patchwork quilt.
Cool.
Yeah, good fun.
Right. Well, next up we have me. that was the Lego car that I built over the course of 2 live streams, one of which was normal length and one of which was mega extended edition because I wanted to get it finished. But yeah, it was great. It's behind me. Look, there it is. It's all phone Bluetooth controlled and stuff. So I really enjoyed building that. It's not a cheap kit, but it's nice and it does things. It doesn't just have to sit on the shelf, although it can. You can actually get it out and drive it around. The video of it, I've got 3 videos of it. 2 of the live streams are actual videos you can just watch back now, and there's one special edition where I've put the lighting on it, which
that lighting looks brilliant.
The lighting looks like that. You can even see it in the little corner thing. I'll blip myself up to full screen briefly. Look, lights, flashy lights and headlights and stuff all over it.
Cool.
Which was moderately difficult to do, but not really a problem. The next time will be easier because I've got a vague understanding of how it all works now. But yeah, there's a picture later on with the lights on as well, so you can have a look at that. There. Oh, I say later on, I meant the next picture. I think I forgot that I put that one up because I think there might be another one of those up later as well. But yes, that's the lights on, and it looks great. Steve is building things. This was some skip something or other. I can't remember. He will no doubt tell us in a minute because he's still there in the chat. We'll wait and see. Steve does say he's just done a dinosaur spaceship. A dragon will be quite easy, he says. So I think there's multiple pictures of this, so I'll give him a chance to catch up and tell us more about it in the chat. I couldn't tell you what bits are from what or where things are and what things do, but
that's from a repulsor. It was, if I remember rightly from his posting, it's the second one because it's the second one he did. It's the repulsor, tank, Primaris, Space Marine, and what appears to be engines from a kit that I can't remember the name of at the moment that I have somewhere.
I don't know, there seems to be less bits stuck to it than normal, but I don't think it's the finished picture. I think there's some more coming up later. I think you put some more up today, so I think we'll come back to that when there's more to it a bit later on. Mayhem says, "See Steve, Mastercraft." Yeah, absolutely. This is my daughter, Diamond Art things. Look, little keychains that she's got.
They are beautiful.
Which are like a plastic hard keyring thing that you then stick the diamond things onto, like Nat's diamond dots, but on a keyring. I have no idea where she got them from or anything. You can always give her a shout and find out. But she's done a few different things of that as well, which there are more pictures upcoming as well. We have Steve Beanie at Totally Scale Models doing his, I want to say Kazinga.
Yeah.
See, I know things. I've learned things slowly. Eventually, I learn little things once in a while.
Klingon battleship.
Yeah, that's the one. Steve says it's his flying skip medevac ambulance. It's a repulsor with wings on and Storm Talon engines, he thinks.
Yeah,
Steve doesn't know what it is. But yes, this is the Klingon thing. Or Romulan Klingon? Yes, Klingon. It's got lights in it and stuff as well. Oh, and we're getting closer to it. Or is it flying towards us? I can't quite tell. But yeah, lights on the bridge. Damien, a new member, apparently, with an ATST. That looks very nice. I like that. I hadn't seen that until now. That's nice. That's like probably not Imperial because it's a bit too battered. It's probably been sold off to somebody and they're using it in mercenary work or something. But yeah, I like that. That's really nice.
That's cool.
I've got one of them to build at some point. Paul keeps telling me to build it, but I haven't. Every time one of these appears in pictures, he looks at me with that look of, you're going to build that one soon, aren't you? And he's done an X-Wing as well. That's nice. That looks like one of the 144 ones that stand. So that's a teeny tiny X-Wing.
Didn't you do the 144 X-Wings?
Sorry?
Didn't you do the 144 scale X-Wings as well?
I've done a couple of them. Not as good as that, but yeah, I think I've done a regular X-Wing and one of the new the Force Awakens ones, the T65s or whatever it is.
Oh, okay.
And that also looks like the smaller the 350 Millennium Falcon. Look, it does have more than just the turret, but more than just the cockpit. Look.
Yeah, that one. I've seen those ones before. I stripped one for a friend. Well, I stripped two for a friend.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those, and they're good. I mean, they're small. You can't do a great deal. Well, I can't do a great deal with them, but people have done amazing things with them. So yeah. Back to Steve. That's more things stuck together. That's some sort of dragon thing. There you go.
It's a Zoid. I know that. I know that much.
I thought he just started building the thing we just talked about 2 minutes ago.
That would have been amazing. That would have been amazing.
Zoids, I remember Zoids. You have to wind them up, and then they do sort of bulky things and stuff.
Yeah, there's a hardcore following for Zoids, and because of there's loads of series and such stuff. But Steve, I have full respect for you, but sacrilege to destroy a Zoids kit.
Well, he's taken Zoids and water pistols and combined them together, and it's just crazy, mental good. But yeah, I don't understand how he does it. It just happens. Steve in chat says, "Ta-da! There's a dragon." It's not a dragon tank though, is it? And he's also been doing some Lego. I believe that's the same one I've done. One comes with a little wind tunnel. Yes, there you go. I built that one on a live stream. The Speed Champions kits are really good. They're not expensive, and there's more to them than I thought there was going to be. So yeah, I'd strongly recommend any of them if you like a bit of Lego. There we have my daughter not knowing how to take pictures properly. More diamond dot keychain things, but a bear this time. That's how it looks to begin with. But yeah, it's the same sort of thing. You even get the same tray as Nat gets with a proper diamond art things. But obviously, a couple of things in different sizes that you've got bigger stones to put in particular places. She's done some more of them as well. There we go. There's something that Nat made, and something that Connor made.
Oh, his little choo-choo.
That was the train that I think you made it with Lewis on the live stream, I think.
On the live stream, yeah.
Oh, right. And the rabbit. Yeah, there we go. Silly daddy.
Yeah, I will correct Fox. I know he's not watching, but it is not Pikachu. They've both gotten into like the old Pokemon, the original version.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Paige, I said, Fox likes your build you did with Daddy. He said it looks like a really nice Pokemon, a nice Pikachu. It's like, no, Mummy, it's a rabbit. Sorry?
You can't get it wrong. Yeah, it's terrible. Right, Steve's Medivac thing. Now it's got bits stuck on it. Now it makes sense. Mayhem says, squish. Steve says to Jerry that it was his and it's already broken and missing pieces.
Aye, forgiven then.
Yeah, so we've got little bits of everything stuck on top of this now just to round it out and make it look like nothing that you've ever seen before, but it works. There we go, more water pistols added to it. I want to know if they still work. I hope they still work. I hope you can fit one with a trigger onto it somewhere so you can fly around and shoot things with it.
I like the old Star Wars toys.
Yeah, cool. Fox says, I'm within, and apparently now I'm in trouble for calling a rabbit a Pokemon.
You're in trouble for a lot of things, Fox, but...
Yeah, you've been in trouble earlier before that, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. There we have Phil Lewis. He's doing the X-Wing, the same one that me and Fox are doing, but he's doing it better and more painting and much more improving and things. He did the R2 unit that came with it that I thought was alright, and he's just corrected everything that I didn't know was wrong with it and made it look even better. And with this, he's not happy about the colour of it, which admittedly is a bit strange. So yes, that will be getting some attention on mine as well, but not quite that bad. But yeah, that's top colour over the chipping medium, base colour, and chipped and sealed. So yes, that's the colour it should be. I don't like the colour, but I know it's the one that it should be. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with mine yet. Fox is saying robot dinosaurs, water pistol, yay. Phil tells him not to look him back in the chat, you won't like it, and Fox is confused what he got in trouble for, but only everything. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Yeah, I like it, but I don't like the colour. I know it's correct, but I personally just don't feel it. Don't know why. That was the R2 that he's corrected, yeah. All the little details that weren't quite right. Things like the top panels were slightly sunken on the model that you get. He sort of filled them in and made them right and adjusted the shaping of things and stuff. Made it all better, but yeah. Phil Lewis says, who doesn't love packages arriving? I guess he's got a package from Shapeways. And that looks like that's what he's got. A nice 3D printed pilot. Obviously for the Falcon. That's nice. I'm not getting a pilot for it. I thought about printing or getting the 3D one printed, but I'm not sure yet. But it's nice to know that they are around, and that once that's painted up, obviously, will look lovely. You can never really tell on the transparent stuff. But yeah. There we have Steve's dragon ship water pistol thing in primer. So obviously now it just looks like it belongs. It's right.
It's crazy, isn't it? It baffles me how he does it.
You can't tell that. You certainly can't tell that used to be bits of water pistol. No. You would never think, oh yeah, that's a bundle of 6 water pistols from Boundland. Or, yeah, it just doesn't happen, does it? He's obviously put some more vents on the ends of it after he's put it in primer though, so he's going to have to do it again. Yeah, I can see a bit of water pistol there. Look. That's water pistol-y. There we have a tank. No dragon on it though. There you go. There it's just down a tank. It's got no tracks yet either, but that looks lovely. Again, I'm rubbish at things like that. Well, at most things like that, but especially things like that. I've got no idea what flavour of tank it is.
It's an American Walker.
American, I can tell you, but that's as far as I go.
Yeah, it's a Walker Bulldog.
There we go. Is that because of the shape of the turret, or the hull, or both of it, or?
Both, and also the fact that I looked at the post earlier.
Oh, that cheats.
Which also helps.
Let's have a look. Phil says if you do the red 6 Porkins, it's a red canopy, and if you do red 4, the canopy is yellow. Oh right, I see. Then again, I say I didn't know the canopies were different colour. It's only when I've been building this thing. I mean, bear in mind Star Wars came out 40 years ago. It's only building this thing that I've realised that red 5 has got 5 red stripes on the wings. I didn't realise that they related to the number of the... I didn't know that they were different between, you know, red 2's got 2 stripes on the... I didn't know. I just didn't... It didn't twig as being a thing, but it's definitely a thing, and I'm an idiot. Dan's got a 148 X-Wing that I want to paint as red 6. How many... how many were... Was it 5? Or was that... I don't recall there being a red 6, but there might have been. How high did they go? Oh, we're all right. Fox has got no idea what he missed earlier. His chat doesn't go that far back. Cool.
Also, because we said it live, so...
Fox says the next thing D'Agostino needs to do is a Y-wing. That would be epic. It would. It'd also be a really nasty pain because of all the pipes and tubes and stuff and things. But at least you'd be able to see them all. Not like the X-Wing where there's loads of pipes and tubes hidden inside the wings. So, yeah. Dan says that's okay. Most people don't know 3PO has a silver shin. I did know that. And when I did my 3PO repaint, he's got a silver leg. So, yeah, he's okay there. Red 6 is Porkins, so it obviously goes up to at least 6. And Steve wants them to do an Enterprise D. Ooh. Yeah, but it's a bit. I hesitate to say boring, but it's a bit boring, isn't it? It's very smooth and not much going on. I could have internal bits maybe, but I don't know. It'd have to be huge as well, wouldn't it?
I quite like to see a Battlestar, like the run from the Reimagined series.
You can do like a proper Viper.
Yeah,
That'd be
the
quite
Viper
good.
would be cool, but not suffer from the same thing though, because it's all very smooth and you won't see a lot of the engine stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but you could. I mean, a Viper and an X-wing are very sort of similar,
True, yeah.
design-wise. If you could do a Viper in that scale, that'd be.
What would be cool if they did it, and then like half of it was clear, half of it was fully done. So it's like you could have
Yeah,
like
you could. Well, you could do your own cutout bits if it had
Yeah.
internals. Yeah.
You can get the clear parts, but they're mostly on the German tanks usually. You've got a couple of the Tiger variants that have clear parts that can be replaced.
Phil says they do go beyond Red 6, and the wing markings have 2 sections to denote higher numbers. See, they thought of everything, and I didn't even notice. There we go. Ian says, how big would the Enterprise be? Well, it all depends on what scale they use. But, yeah, I mean, they do a lot of... AMD, I think, did a lot of Star Trek kits that were all the same scale, and they had things like the original Enterprise that was that big, and that was that, and that was that, and another one was this big because the scale of the ships stayed the same, but the ships obviously got bigger. But yeah, it would have to be quite big if it was a part work. And Dan says the same people designed the Vipers and X-Wings and the Buck Rogers ships. Cool.
I never knew that.
Makes me feel
Right,
like
there we go. It's time for someone else to do some talking about this. Off you go.
Yeah. It's the Blue Dragon I bought the other week. Base coat of Macragge Blue with nearly a full bottle of Sterling Battlemire. So I didn't think about it. I was like, I'm just going to put Sterling Battlemire on the base. It'll be better because it was just kind of bumpy grey with some lines that I was like, that's not going to do. After I did that skeleton, I was like, nah, that's not going to stand anymore. And then it's like, oh, I've reused nearly all of this. Oh, bugger. But that's actually just the blue. And there's some more pictures later on of when we get to the stage we've got.
Yep, not immediately, but we'll come back to it now. Back with Steve again. Obviously, more bits, more primer. It just comes together and it looks like a proper kit. This is the Medivac thing that he's designed in his brain and just made. That's lovely. The thing that gets me is it doesn't look like a kit with bits stuck onto it. The way they're made to fit, they just fit right and look like they're part of it. If I was doing that, there'd be join lines all over the place and everything wouldn't be quite square. And he's making a Chappie type droid thing from leftover bits of Gundams.
Well, he had the leftover bits of Gundam, found out he was one bit short, and then bought the actual Gundam to get the one bit.
I think so, yeah. It's, yeah. But he's got lots more bits to do with other things.
That'll come in handy for the dragon. All those extra bits.
It looks like it's dancing.
Oh, I'm actually catching up with chat now.
Quado Man has decided to decorate his cappuccino. So I don't think... no.
Is that before or after you was 8 days early for my live stream, Quano?
Yeah, I think he's still about. I haven't seen him for a little while, but yeah. Lewis has put a picture up. He's doing the group build on the Saturday night crash with Steve at Totally Scale Models. He's just come in. I don't know what the group build is. I didn't catch that much, but it's a Zero Fighter.
VJ Day build for the Victory at Japan.
And he's going to get Nat a friend, apparently.
Beep, 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 beep.
I think it's because he knows he's not here. There's my other picture of the same picture again that I forgot that I put in before, but yeah. There we have some more pictures.
Yeah, lovely dragon nest. That was so that's pretty much nearly all done now. And that's had the normal wash, dry brush of blue, a lighter dry brush of blue, And then because of the wings, I did the wings. Like you can see a bit of the watermarking on the wings there where it started to dry. I've not done it properly, but I can paint over that. But I just got really into the detail of doing the face. I can't decide if I like the base or not. If you go back one, I can't decide if I like the base. I feel like there's something missing.
I know what you mean, but the thing to try and remember, as far as I can gather, is the base is just the base. You don't really want to draw attention to the base.
Yeah, that's it. But I feel like there's something crucial I'm missing just to kind of like round it off. It's bugging me.
Maybe some sort of weathering on it or something.
Yeah, well, I've got some stones from the garden. I'm thinking about putting a big stone in it to give it a bit more, a bit more level. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Let's see. We have some other comments. Steve was saying it's for the VJ group build. There we go. Steve says there's nothing more appetising than a cockroach coffee. Mayhem can see Lewis getting a slap. Not quite at the moment. He's away, but yeah, I'm sure the locks might be changed before he gets home. Fox says worms are more fun because worms. I don't get it. Steve says, whoever heard of a blue dragon? Fox has got to go because he's got Windows update restart times. Yeah, I had that today. A big new Windows update that's all up and running. It's working. Nothing's crashed, so it must be okay.
Famous last words.
Ian says maybe it's just cold. Maybe. Yeah.
It's sad.
Kramer says, as a member of the Q Continuum, he's omnipresent. That means you get all the gifts. And Fox says worms, because he's obviously still here, because he's not gone. He came back. Yes, there we go. That's another picture of the blue dragon.
Yeah, after I did go, I was like, right, I need to start working on the face, and I just really like the eyes, so I just did the eyes white and a bit of yellow of Avalanche Sunlight, then gave it yellow wash, and I think I went for flash sketch yellow just to give it a bit more brightness.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. I like it. It's got texture to it, and it feels menacing.
Yeah,
so
but I just got to do the wings now. That's it. I've just got to do the layers on highlighting on the wings, and then it's done, ready for varnishing whenever the weather allows me. Because every night nearly we've had a storm.
Yeah, pretty much. That's I think that's for the next few days, but then it's going to get really, really hot.
Yay!
Yeah. So there we go. That was the gross group this week. So don't forget to put more pictures up for next week, because otherwise we'll just be talking about boring stuff and things. So yeah. Eric has a suggestion for you. He says, what about dry brushing a bit beige to the grass to add some variety?
I did a bit of beige on the actual sterling mud, but yeah, on the grass I might give it a bit of beige if I like dry brushing something like
sometimes some more sort of weathering over the top of everything, or sort of blend it together a little bit more instead of being this bit's mud, this bit's grass.
Yeah,
it sort of merges it a little bit.
Yeah, I might actually put a bit of a wash between the grass and the rocks and just try and blend it together. Try and blend it together a little bit.
Yeah. Steve says, I must have missed my pics. They were there, yes. We saw it. I even got the name right, mostly. We saw the 2 or 3 pics that zooming into the cockpit with the light in it and stuff. Yeah, we saw it. If you weren't here, then, Fox says, after apparently the world's fastest Windows update, I am back. Mine wasn't that fast, so you might have done it wrong. Maybe it's only half done it, so Fox might fall over briefly later on. Oh dear. Well, if you've done your Windows update, you can come and join us on camera.
Go on.
And test out your camera, make sure it works.
Well, my new project arrived the other day. My new little project has a little build. My little Minsk and Boo from D&D.
Collector's series, Minsk and Boo. I don't understand.
It is a character from the Baldur's Gate series. Minsk is the gentleman with the sword, and Boo is the little space hamster on his shoulder.
Okay, I can't quite make that out, but I'm always up for a hamster. I can see a little blob, but yeah.
Minsk and Boo.
Cool.
Always a great team.
Does it need putting together, or is it just a mini painting? Or
It needs a bit of putting together. It's just like he just needs his arms putting on and putting on the base.
All right,
But
so
it's resin. Gale Force 9 do that. They're the same people who did the Drizzt Mini and the Ark and the Cruel Mini. Same company. Yeah. But it is really nice. But once you get like, older ones,
things are happening. Hang about. Everybody's going glitchy. So I'm assuming it's my connection that's going glitchy, not everybody else's.
You seem to be fine on mine.
Yeah, nothing wrong.
I don't know. If you can still see me, then by all means stay and watch. If things are going glitchy, then it might be an end of the stream, in which case you can't hear me say it's the end of the stream. But I blame Fox, because it's obviously his fault. I'll just type in chat and see if that comes up in chat. Things seem to be falling over a little bit.
All looks good already.
Apparently I have an excellent connection, but it might not be an excellent connection according to everything else. Don't know. I'm getting occasional pictures and movement from you lot, but not much.
I think I had a bit of sound drop then, but
Yeah,
Okay.
that was about
I
it.
didn't think
You're back now. You're all back now, so I assume it was probably me, because it looks like my chat dropped out. But seems to be back now. So apologies to anybody watching that might have had some glitches. It was Fox's fault. Because his internet updated too quickly, it broke everybody else's internet briefly for a few minutes, I'm sure. But hopefully we're recovered and working again now. If it does all fall over, then I'm just going to call it a night anyway, because we're 3/4 of the way through anyway. But hopefully it will keep going for a bit longer.
No, that's cool.
Let me try typing another message and see if that works.
I thought the.
I'll even not spell it right. Sorry,
We're gonna
Jerry.
be-
What?
No, I was just saying to Adam. I thought the Judge Dredd ones were his next project.
yeah, I ran out of primer.
Oh,
Well, to be fair, actually, at the point with Minskin, we might not be able to do that yet. But I'm hoping I can get some from Goblin this week. But we'll see. So I might have to put a couple of things on hold. But I saw this when I was getting some stuff. I was like, this is £7. I was like, why not?
Dave has just posted a picture of Thingy and Thingy in the group, apparently. So let's nip back to the group. Somewhere I've got.
Rawr.
That was the first one. I don't know. Which group did you put it in, Dave? Because it's not in mine. Did you do it wrong? I should try refreshing. It might be that the internet is playing up a bit, so it might be that it's gone to the group, but I can't get it back out of the group yet. And now we're just stuck in things.
There's my page if everyone wants to follow. Thanks for the free promotion.
Yeah. Like and subscribe, everybody, anyway. But,
Like and subscribe.
yeah. It doesn't seem to be liking stuff. Let's try again. Photos. There he is.
Yep.
There we have Minsk and Boo.
Go for the eyes, boo.
I don't
You can just about see it on
understand
his
that.
shoulders.
So yeah, but that's what that looks like, or that's what Dave's version of it looks like. So yeah,
It's looking good. Yeah, I'll probably undercoat the Dread stuff at the same time as soon as I can get the Mechanicus Standard Grey and get them all done. As soon as the weather lets up, anyway.
yeah. I made it down to my Warhamster shop today. Paul went down there a little bit earlier than me and went in to get some paint and came out with a big start collecting kit of things.
Of course he did. Why wouldn't he?
Yeah. So I went in to get some paint and I came out with that.
I got you, let's help you. Hey!
The paint that I went in for, and I just said, I'll have that, please, and I got that, and it was fine. I don't understand the problem.
Well, the thing is, with me, my local store is Goblin Gaming, really, so I go in, well, when they're open to the public, I would normally order through the link via, like, Box or whatever, and say, pick up my order, drive in, get my order. So, because the public counter is only very small, you can't look at all the Warhammers and the Dreads and the things and the stuff. So you go in, and you can't look around. So you've only a small area when you've got some boxes, some board games, and a lot of D&D minis. So you actually just place your order. You can't actually go in and like look at all the army stuff, look at all the Infinity stuff and conflict and blah 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 blah. But no, it's a lovely place. I love it. But yeah, if I walk into Warhammer, I instantly feel like I'm like, oh, Nagash. Oh, there's that one I want as well. Oh, the Bloodthirster. I was like, no, out, leave now.
At least yours are open. Ours still aren't open yet.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I'd say ours is opened. Well, non-essential retailers are open now. So in theory, they could have opened on Monday, but they don't open Mondays and Tuesdays anyway. So they actually opened yesterday. So I went in today, and they've been very quiet, but they're open.
Yeah, ours are looking at about another week for shops to start reopening. Yeah. Apparently, 20-something before they open up here. Start to open up.
Yeah, I mean, I do a retail shop. I run a retail shop as a proper job, and we opened on Monday, and it's been very quiet. So we're only open mornings at the moment, just to sort of ease ourselves back into going back to work, and because there's not so many people about, so you don't need to be open all day. Just be sitting there, not waiting for people to come through the door. So,
well, I don't even know when I'm going back because I'm a chef. So I know I've been told off. Sorry. I don't even know when I'm actually going back. My boss has said that it might be July 4th, which means like the week before, like, so not next week, the week after, we might be going in and cleaning. I don't really know. We haven't got the...
Yeah, I think nobody knows what's yet.
And the government hasn't actually said anything about when the chefs are going back to... It wasn't me. It was Nat.
Not guilty for once.
I mean, it's not like everyone can't see the messages there, but,
Wasn't me.
There's even promises of scones and cake, but...
Wasn't me. There's no proof. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Mayhem was supposed to be back next week, but now it's the week of the 29th. That is... next week ends on the 29th or something, doesn't it? Or is that the week after? Or
That's the week after.
5. Yeah, so that's... Yeah.
Yeah, so at the moment we're looking... I've heard it's going to be July 4th, and that's Saturday, so maybe it is going to be the July 4th. I don't know. But I am so glad I don't work in an American-style restaurant anymore, because July 4th was a pain.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of the... in England, the hairdressers and stuff can open on the 4th.
Yeah, might be it then.
But I haven't heard about cafes and... I mean, so cafes that are doing delivery seem to be all right at the moment, but eating in is still a no-no.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have any outside seating either, and that's another thing we need to think about. So I don't know.
Get a picnic table. You'll be all right. One picnic table, 4 chairs.
We're at a garden centre, so they can have an outdoor display of garden and stuff, and say, "Oh, this is very nice. We come visit and sit down and have meals."
No.
There we go.
Shane says, I'm generally like you, Chris, but the older I get, the more I seem to splash out a bit. E-models have done well out of me so far this year. Yeah, I mean, actual model kits, I've got loads. I've not been building very many proper model kits over the last, well, certainly not the last few months, but even the last year or so, I've not done so many. I have been doing more of the Lego and stuff, because it's easier to do those on live streams. Actual model kits are harder to do on live streams because it takes more concentration, and there's more when you're painting and waiting for paint to dry and stuff like that. It's harder to just organise it to work in a live stream. Whereas Lego, you can just start, you do it a bit, and when you want to stop, you just stop. You don't have to end at a particular point or anything like that. So the Lego and the Nano and the wooden kits as well have been really good fun to do. I've got the Nano dog bit to do a bit more tomorrow. Tomorrow night's my last Friday live stream for Nano Dogs. The wooden thing is coming together. That was yesterday, wasn't it? It's got all cogwheels and things that make it turn, and the wheels go round.
Cool.
Wow.
So, does it have tracks on it?
Sorry, does it?
Does it have tracks on it? So
It
like when it goes
will
round?
have, I think the middle bit's going to have some sort of track on it.
Okay.
This bit stays like that while it's going along. But there's an extra middle bit that's the wheel, and it's got some sort of support wheels that come out the back one way or the other, sort of like that, and it just goes along like that. So the whole thing doesn't turn, but there's a wheel in the middle of it that turns, I think. We'll find out in a few weeks, because so I'm dropping down my live streams because of being back at work and because of other people wanting to do live streams and things. I felt guilty doing sort of 6 a week.
Well, no, I'm struggling. I don't know what day of the week it is.
I know, that's the trouble. That's the terrible thing. So the Thursday night evening with is going to stay for the time being. I did, before this all started, drop it down to every other week, which I might do at some point in the future, but at the moment it's still going to be every week. As long as you lot are still coming along and, you know, helping me host and run it, then I can keep going. If I'm on my own for a couple of weeks, then it gets a bit monotonous for me and the viewers. But so Thursday will be that. Sunday, me and Ted are taking it in turns, as you may have noticed last week, doing the War Hamster. So Ted did last Sunday, so I'm doing this week, and then it'll be Ted's turn, and then we'll alternate between the two of us. Although at some point we're going to join up and do a super mega team up, dual way broadcasty thing. So both of us will be building at the same time and chatting to each other while we're chatting to you lot in the chat. That'll be quite fun to organise and see if I can get it to work. But then Wednesdays will be the day when I do my building things. So Wooden Wednesday, it will still be a thing, but not every week. There'll be like a Nano Wednesday and a Lego Wednesday, as long as I've got the stuff to build along on them. Because, yeah, building a Lego kit and a Nano kit and a wooden kit every week was getting expensive. So thankfully, a few people have supplied me kits through my Amazon link. I'll put a link in. I can do the button with the chat and the things. It did work. I have an Amazon link where you can... I think that's the right link. If it's not the right link, that's the link from Fox's Amazon store. But it might be the link from my Amazon list, which is just there if you want to buy something for me to build, basically. But if you don't, you don't. When I run out of one thing, I'll just concentrate on the ones that I've got left until we work through. When I've done this wooden one, I have got another little wooden thing that my wife bought for me. I have one more tiny Lego kit to build that Kramer sent me. And I've got the dog that Lynn sent me, which is going to take another 2 or 3 weeks, I would think. And I say weeks, but I don't mean weeks, because it's going to be every 2 or 3 weeks that I do it. So for the next month or two, I'm sorted, as long as I only do the one a week. But going onwards from that, I mean, I'll pick up bits from here and there. So if I'm only picking up bits every month, then it's all right. But if I was picking up bits every week, it gets expensive. Fox says you need to build another Baneblade when it's your Sunday stream.
He doesn't need to build another Baneblade. He still hasn't finished the first one yet.
Exactly. I haven't finished the first one yet. It's there. Look, I can see it, even though it's in camo. You can see the end of it. Look, there's the barrels. You can see bits of Baneblade.
He's not like you, Fox. He likes to finish the models and finish them off.
Ooh. I'll finish it at some point. I've now got the paint. The lead belcher was what I needed to do the tracks on it, because I haven't got enough in my pot to do Baneblade tracks. So now I've got that, I'll get back to doing that at some point and finish that bit off. And once I've done the tracks and a few more bits on it, then that'll be another video of the starting of the painting, and then I've got to do the weathering and stuff on it, and then it's done. So it's no time at all. It's easy.
I get the feeling for the Secret Santa, everyone's going to be getting Baneblade somehow. Like everyone will be like, I've got a Baneblade. Oh, I've got a Baneblade.
I have a Baneblade upstairs. It's not a problem. I just haven't started it yet.
I don't have a Baneblade. A Baneblade. I can't speak.
No. And no to Andy as well. No. I am looking.
But public opinion.
I have enough issues
I'm in
with
for 5.
I'm
Go fund me. Go fund me to get that a Baneblade. I'm in for 5. Anyone else?
No. No, I am looking at new Warhammer, but no, I think that Baneblade is way out of my comfort zone. But
It's not in anybody's comfort zone. That's the whole point.
No.
But try building a runabout and then you just hate everything afterwards.
Yeah.
Have you started yours yet, or have you only looked at it and felt the sadness?
No, I have actually started it. I've been playing around with various things. So yes, I have started it, and then I've really regretted it. Really regretted
How come you read it so quickly? Because I've not seen it. Is it like a bad molding or?
Well, it's when you work out sort of, am I putting an interior into it? And unfortunately, I've decided yes, I'm putting an interior inside it.
Yeah, that's the trouble with it. Yeah.
And I'm scratch building the interior.
Well, you'd have to because there isn't one. So yeah.
You can get a resin kit, but they're just
Is
so
there?
hard.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they're so hard to get, and apparently the amount of work they need to fit, you actually might as well just scratch build it anyway.
Can any of it be seen?
Yes.
No. Is that...
If you can get like a resin interior, can you not get the STL file and print it out yourself, which will probably be cheaper?
Well, the interior is like a garage kit, and it's not particularly the best fitting apparently. That's the back end of it, so you can see inside the back.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, there is.
You got
Ted's here. Evening, Ted. We were just talking about your Bane Blade.
Yeah, we're all about getting that one.
We're talking about Ted's Bane Blade. Moving on.
We're talking about Ted's Bane Blade and how Nat should be building one. Yeah.
But,
That's the Canadian version.
Phil Kett's just come in as well. Evening all. Good evening.
Right, Phil.
That cat looks cross.
It's just mental.
I mean, cats normally look cross, but that looks particularly cross.
It's like you bought another model kit, didn't you?
Yeah. Fox seems to be somewhat excited that Ted's here. I'm not going to read it out. Mayhem's got a suggestion for you, Nat. If you're not going to build a Bane Blade, then I don't know what Thunderhawk is. I know what Thunderhawk is, but it's probably not the Jerry Anderson thing.
No, the Thunderhawk is a Warhammer sort of Space Marine plane thing.
Ted's confirmed that his Bane Blade's going to be blinged up. Hang about, I can't.
Yeah, I'm replacing. I missed that.
Put it up again, Adam.
I shall go get mine and I will ship it to her.
I'm going to Ukraine actually, because I say if anybody, including Lewis, is daft enough to buy me one, then it's like, oh my god, but no, I am not going out. No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what doing Thunderbolt.
I thought about replacing the window, but I am replacing the windows in that thing as well, because the windows it comes with are awful. So I will be doing custom windows for it.
Ian's asking you what runabout it is. Was it a kit or... it was the same one, the normal off-the-shelf Rio Grande, yep. I think Fox should build his Bane Blade, but he's never going to get round to it.
He actually has to finish stuff to do that.
He'd have to finish all sorts of stuff. I mean, apart from anything else, he's got like half a dozen widgets to paint as well. So everything's got to be done in order. Ian says, okay, thanks. Oh dear. Right. So that's that. We've decided that Nat's going to have to build a Bane Blade. And Ted's going to light his up. And yeah, that's all we needed to worry about, really, wasn't it?
So who's setting up the GoFundMe for the Bane Blade for that?
Yay.
It's a blade off, says Ian. Fox says if he did an interior, he'd have to light it, so no thank you. You could have it with the lights off. You could have people inside it. It could be parked up at night. It'd be alright. Fox really wants to start his Bane Blade, but he's got too much else to do first.
Excuses.
Oh. Isn't it sad? Ted says he's going to have lights and a rotating turret with a firing gun. I hope not really a firing gun, because that's dangerous.
I'll find Nerf darts.
Look,
yeah.
Little BBs
or something. Oh,
yeah.
No.
It's easy to do with that.
Phil's suggesting that Fox would build a full interior for the runabout with lighting and a functioning screen.
Oh, don't. I'm lighting mine up, and I just spent like an hour. Oh, you can't see it. scoring all that out, and then
Oh right, yeah, that looks lovely.
and then replacing that, and also the rear. I don't know. Let me find one.
So the trouble is, if you do the view screen, then you can't see through it to the inside.
Fox is running out just onto the bottom of the pile now. He's like, nope, to the bottom.
Oh dear. Pictures, no, nothing interesting. Got a message from Fox 17 minutes ago saying no problems at this end. So I don't know, it must have been problems with the video coming into me, but somehow it was still going out. No, because the way StreamYard works, I don't do the thing. I send my picture to them, and you all send your picture to them. They put it all together and send it out to everybody. So it must have been the internet coming into me that was the problem. So it's just that I couldn't see you lot or the chat, but you could still see us, so it's okay. As long as it works, it works.
That's a better one. That's what
Ian says that's some nice scoring. I shall put you back on the full screen.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, one more of those to do, and then the cells, and then all the other lights, and then the interior, and then lighting that, and really regretting the life choices.
And then when you've done that, you're going to do the Bane Blade, yeah?
Nope, not even tried, because my other little annoyance is I've gone and started to catch up with my Tyranid army, and then I remembered why I hate a Horde army, because you've got like 15 million little greebles. I've got more here.
Oh dear.
I've got like 48 of them to build.
That's alright, that's just a weekend, isn't it?
It's a nightmare.
Fox is asking you what you're replacing the clear window parts with.
Clear other window parts.
There we go. Yes. Replacing the clear window parts with clear windows.
Oh, dear.
Probably that.
Sort of clear window.
Oh, it will be clear. That's just the covering on it.
Backing on it, yeah.
I'll be making individual windows and then shifting them in.
There we go. Right. Is there any more questions for anyone? Anything you want to mention, bring up? Pimp, anyone got any, videos going up, live streams or channel updates or anything you want to mention? Carry on with?
I've got 2 bits of pimping.
There you go. Have you got a pimp for your husband as well? Is that?
Oh, yes. It's like, don't forget me. We're married and all this. Okay. So this coming Monday at 3 p.m, Lewis has got a live stream. Monday Madness. Monday Madness. And it's just Lewis at the bench on Monday, so he's going back to doing his modelling for about an hour and a half. And then on Friday, so a week tomorrow, I've actually sneaked into Chris's empty spot.
Yay!
So I'm going to be starting my first live stream series. So I'm going to be doing my diamond art as a live stream, as I've been tested to do. So that's at 8 o'clock a week tomorrow. So come and join in.
Absolutely, yes. You can remind people next week, I'm sure, because
yeah.
I would say I'd remind people, but I'll forget, so I won't. So yeah. Ray's just coming, just as we're about to finish. So welcome, Ray. Hi. Anyone else? Anything going on your channels and things? Anything you want to mention?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, yeah. And you can like and subscribe Jerry as well, but it won't make any difference.
Mostly because you won't be able to find it, so yay.
And the answer to Fox's question is I've not even gone to the website.
No? Was that bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Shane's saying he'll be there.
Thank you very much, Shane.
So
Like I say,
yes,
I
I'm
know
sure
it's
many
not
of
everyone-
us will be watching and heckling from the back, watching and encouraging from the background.
Absolutely, and I know it's not. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea from like this side, but anybody that's absolutely bored, got nothing to do, then any help and support will be very, very much appreciated.
Yeah, well, like most of these streams, most of the live streams that I do and everything else, it's not about what I'm doing. It's about giving you lot an opportunity to hang around and chat with each other and giggle at me and things like that. So
Oh yes, and Andy, no.
oh dear. Well, at least Lewis knows what to get you for Christmas.
Well, nothing good happening. That's what worries me.
Oh dear. Right, I shall start closing down then. I shall remove you in the order in which you're on my screen. So, Jerry, thank you very much. Last sprue standing. See you again another time.
Bye.
And the Raging Modeler, indeed. Now it's the three of us again. Thank you again. See you soon, and waiting for more content on your videos.
Yeah, there'll be a video about 2 weeks away now, probably.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
And the Dexterous Crafter, thank you very much for coming along and joining in. We'll see you again next time, sometime soon, and stuff. And again, more stuff Friday week, tomorrow, 8 days' time, if you don't do anything before then.
Oh yes, thank you very much again, Chris. Bye, guys.
All right, bye. And then there was just me. Thank you all for watching. That's the most important thing, because otherwise it's just us hanging around and chatting, which, fun as it is a bit sort of just hanging around and chatting. Well, at least it's hanging around and chatting, and you lot are watching. It's a bit creepy, but we understand. It's fine. Let's have a look. Fox says it's true. What actually goes on the workbench doesn't really matter. Pretty much, yep. Ian says the power of suggestion. Say something often enough, Baneblade. If you just subtly mention Baneblade every so often when you're talking Baneblade, then it becomes subconscious. Everyone says good night. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. See you all soon. Take care. Wash your damn hands. I said I never thought of painting a kit in bright colours. It could happen at some point. You never know. Yet. Fox says he did a pink Hello Kitty Layman Rust Tank. You can see a bit of the Baneblade there that I've done just in the corner, in the orange digital camo. So yeah, bright colours works for some things. And indeed, Cynical Steve's Baneblade. Shane says thanks everyone. Swigging Pig says good night everyone. Modelmaking Mayhem says Baneblade, and of course Baneblade, and of course Batman. But yeah, we won't go there. So thank you all for watching. I shall see you all soon. Tomorrow night is, as I said, Nano. I'm doing the little Nano dog thing from the time of 7 PM. A little bit earlier than my normal 8 PM, but yeah, because it's Friday and stuff. But it's later than the midday that I was doing them when I wasn't at work. So yeah, stuff and things. So thank you very much for joining. Somewhere I've got a button that makes it end. I think it's that one. I'll try if it's not that one, then I'll see you later. But other than that, thanks for watching. I shall see you soon for more stuff, fun and merriment and models and stuff. Thank you for watching. Good night and stay safe. See you soon. Bye bye.